Hi, friends. This is Reverend Myra for our weekly pastor's update. I spent much of the day on Monday this week on the phone, toggling between calls with the mayor's office, the county executive's office, a representative from the Poor People's Housing Union, and Sister Grace from the House of Mercy, talking about the need to open resources in a user friendly way to get the homeless off the streets ahead of the storm that we've endured Monday and Tuesday. Between Loomis Street and the homeless encampment, my understanding was that there were at least 30 to 40 homeless men and women in need of shelter, either in a hotel or a building to escape the brutal cold. I was told that the county was going to contact providers to place folks in hotels. And by 9 o'clock, Sister Grace was still waiting to be contacted. After giving some money for rooms, it was hard for me to sleep, just knowing that so many homeless were struggling for a place to go. And as we approach Martin Luther King celebrations this weekend, I couldn't help but remember Dr. King's words during the Poor People's Campaign when he said this. He said, "There are millions of poor people in this country who have very little or even nothing at all to lose. If they can be helped to take action together, they will do so with a freedom and a power that will be a new and unsettling force in our complacent national life. A delegation of poor people," he said, "can walk into a high official's office with a carefully, collectively prepared list of demands. If you are poor, if you are unemployed anyway, you can choose to stay in Washington as long as the struggle needs you. If the official says, 'But Congress would have to approve this,' or 'But the president would have to be consulted on that,' you can simply say, 'All right, I'll wait.'" Well, I'm looking forward to a time in our world when we honor Dr. King's legacy by ending the practice of expecting poor people to wait, to either wait outside or to wait outside of the halls of decision making in order to have the needs of their struggle met. We are making some progress, yet we have a ways to go. The update is I did learn that the county did step in eventually, and they decided to take over the hotel fees for some of those who were actually put in hotels by the homeless union folks who rounded people up. So very grateful for that. But we have a ways to go. So if we want to help move that along, you can call your representative, call County Executive Adam Bello, or your public official, and let's keep standing with the poor until our systems work for all. We have a lot of work to do. There are several Martin Luther King events taking place over the holiday weekend that Spiritus is involved in. You can join us for our MLK Weekend liturgies this weekend, January 15th and 16th. James McIntyre, my assistant, will be our guest homilist as he reflects on Dr. King's life, so I'm excited about that. So please pray for him. This Friday evening, January 14th at 8 p.m., I've been invited to be the special guest speaker at Temple Sinai for their virtual musical Shabbat of songs honoring Dr. King. And so you can visit tsinai.org for details. On Monday, January 17th, will be our Greater Rochester MLK Commission's virtual community celebration at 9 a.m., and I will offer the invocation for that celebration. You can visit at GRMLK on Facebook for details. And we want you to note that the church will be closed on Monday in honor of Dr. King's Day, and there will be no noon mass. We want you to save the date. For SPARC, we'll offer 3 events in February as they continue to raise funds for the Franklin D. Florence Civil Rights Heritage Park. All month, you'll be able to buy a brick to name with the name of your loved one who fought for civil rights or justice in any way. On Saturday, February 19th at 2 p.m., Wendy Murray, one of our parishioners, and Rena Golden, one of our partners from the Avenue Black Box Theater, will present a talk on the role of Black women in the Underground Railroad, Black Women and the Freedom Trail. We will conclude the month, SPARC will conclude the month with a music concert entitled Love and Justice, a Family Affair. So this will be a collection of local artists related to each other to offer a night of amazing music. So there's lots of things that'll be happening for February, and more information will be found on our website next week. We send our deepest condolences this week to Sue and Rick Arnold on the death of, and their family, on the death of Sue's husband and Rick's father, Terry Arnold. Terry has been a parishioner with us for a very long time, very faithful, very active until he became ill. Many of you may remember Terry used to play the piano at our Tuesday Emmanuel ecumenical mass. So we buried him today on Tuesday. We send our condolences to Vicki and Mike Ruff on the death of Vicki's mother, who died this week. We send our hearts to them. We also send our hearts to Richard Quaddart and family on the death of his wife, Shirley Quaddart. We want you all to know that we're thinking of you, we're praying for you, we're holding you in our hearts. And friends, we're wishing you a safe and a peaceful weekend and a safe and peaceful week as we navigate these challenging times. Stay warm and know that we are sending our love to you. Take care. I'll see you next week for our weekly Pastor's Update.